funeral home with Faye Doucette, who's the owner and operator of this establishment, and she's got Odie, who's her board of directors here with her. Faye, you're coming up 25 years in this business.
Next year.
That's been quite a journey you've been on.
It is, yeah.
And
journey.
over that time, you've expanded the facility and
We
grown
have.
the business.
Yeah. Yeah, we've expanded from, actually we've had 2 expansions. One was for the, well, we expanded the chapel, and then we did that to put the cremator in.
Yes, and
Then we
this,
put the reception center on last year.
yes, so you keep on expanding, and one of the themes we have in the work we're doing and growing the economy of the province is
Yes.
rejuvenation, so there you're a good example of that.
Well, thank you, thank you.
How many funerals kind of would you see in a year?
We see in the vicinity of 200.
Yes.
200, yeah, that's a round figure.
Right.
That's close.
Well, that's quite a service.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there are a number of others in the business
Oh,
from one
yes.
end of the island to
That's
the other.
right. Mhm.
And it's a great way of learning about the community to come with the family visitations and funerals.
I feel very honored. Yeah, it's really a big honor to be with families at that time.
Well, and then all of the people who come in through, I mean, you'd have wakes where you might get upwards of 1,000
yeah,
people.
we have 1,000 lots of times.
Mhm.
Yeah, we had 7 or 8 just the other night.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Tell me, what do you see as the kind of the main elements of your work in this, as the kind of in the business or in what the service that you're providing to the families in the community?
My main element,
Yeah.
what I provide,
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I just provide myself.
Yeah.
I just feel that I'm not tied to anything really. I feel like when people come to me, I feel like they're part of family, and I treat them as family. I don't, like, even for example, pallbearers, for example. You know, if we were to follow the ritual and have them sit here properly, it's much more important to me that if they want to sit with their family, they can sit with their family, that kind of thing. So I just feel like I'm part of them when they're here.
Well, you know what you're saying. If I go around and talk to entrepreneurs and I ask them, what is it to be an entrepreneur? Probably the number one thing people will say is to be yourself or to put yourself into it.
That's exactly, yeah. I never think of myself as being an entrepreneur or a business person. I just see myself as a person that's there to help people, tell you the truth.
But you've come quite, when you go back to the beginning, you didn't have a background in.
I didn't.
In this.
I was a teacher.
Yeah.
I was lining people up one day for a funeral. One person put their hand up and they said, "Excuse me, were you a teacher?"
Yes.
I said, "Yes, I was, in fact."
Right.
I'm very proud of it.
Yeah.
But no, and I feel that's a good background. I mean, it's a good background for what I'm doing. And I love what I do.
Great. And you've been involved in the national organization of the.
I
funeral,
have. I was there for 9 years. And
including
then-
as the president.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. President for a couple of years, I guess, actually.
And you also, and we know in government, you had the project to have a more professional association
To
for
get our
funeral
act and
directors.
regulations, yeah, that was a big baby of mine. I was anxious to get that.
And you've got that.
And we've got it, and yeah, it's good.
Well, it's quite a thing, Faye, and there's no such thing as hours of work.
We were just talking about that, actually. One of our men that opened and closed the graves for us was just here. And, every day is a 12-hour day. I mean, really. Or most days. Lots of them are 14 or 16. Then you just get home and the phone might ring and away you go again.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's a whole element of counseling, or at least supporting the families through an important time.
It is. Yeah, it is. It is.
Well, it's a big part of the community here in the province, and certainly from the point of view of the enterprise or what you offer in business to the community. It's quite a thing, you know.
Well, thank you. I don't really think about it that way, but I love what I do. And I guess I should be retired, really, but
Well, that's what I said
I'm
about
happy to go.
rejuvenation. That's what
Yeah,
I meant by
I-
rejuvenation. You were just getting
really-
started.
I don't know. But I really do love it. There's no question about it.
And staff, how many would you have employed?
We have, well, there's 4 of us that are licensed funeral directors and embalmers. And then we have this person that comes to do our vehicles on and off. And we have 3 part-time for the office and a full-time for the office.
And
So,
it adds up.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there are various other ways where the work gets out into the community as well.
Yeah, and then we have a lady that looks after the reception center as
Sure.
well, yeah. So that's a job in itself to keep this all together.
Well, you got a great setup here. And
I
know
do,
you've-
and I have an excellent staff. I really do have a good staff. I mean, I can't do it, and I don't take all the credit. I have to, I have to have people to do it. Yeah, no, it's great.
Well, don't be thinking about retiring. That's
No,
the
thank
number
you.
one thing in this province is we have to try to figure out how people of all ages
I know.
can start something and sort of have the energy and to be happy to do it.
Yeah, well, yeah. I guess when I look back, I think I don't know if I'd had the nerve now, but I'm really glad I did.
Well, that's great to get in here, Faye, and of course wish you all
Oh,
continued
thank you.
success.
Thank you
Great.
very much.
Good.
That's nice. I didn't expect such a thing.
Great, good. And Odie.
Odie, yeah. Odie's right here.